Okay, that part's running. Let's see if it goes up right. Looks like it's working there. Come on. Oh, energy's going up there right. Having a few problems. Ah, there we go. Good.
Back so soon? I knew you would not falter.
It's all there. Excellent. Hey, Pokepilot Gaming, how's it going? Hello and welcome everyone, I'm CSGilmore and this is
I'm
Hand of
beginning
Fate.
to admire your methods, brutal as they are. I would have done things differently.
Jack of Scales.
There's
All right,
little left
let's
for
give
us.
this another
Face
go
the
and
Jack of Scales
we'll work
and
out
be
this.
vanquished.
See, hello? I thought I said deck builder. There we go. Okay, looks like everything's in order. So we're good to go. Yeah, I really like this game. The graphics are pretty awesome and the gameplay's kind of cool.
At their heart, all games are about power, are they not? The acquiring of power, the retaining of power, and most importantly,
Alright.
the use of power. Choose from these options.
Well, I think a huge success, but got success at least. One blessing.
The gods
Whenever
look
the player
upon
is
you
struck by a ranged
favorably.
attack, there's a chance that the attacker will be stunned for 3 seconds. That's a good one. Need to get more food now, though.
Your food runs short. This does not bode well.
Heroes remains. You pass the funeral. It's obvious from the size of the procession that the deceased was a well-loved figure. You are approached by the cleric. This great hero fell defending our beloved town of Windermere. His sword and shield are powerful artifacts, but must be returned to his hometown for the proper burial rites to be completed. Will you do this, traveler? Sure. Thank you. This will mean the world to his family. The town would have revolted had these artifacts not been returned. Hey, zombie! How's your day going? It's not far to the hero's hometown. Look for the town cleric when you get there. Viking blade.
Such an elegant use of rage and anger. You wouldn't expect it of the barbarian hordes.
Interesting. Sure, I'll equip it.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
What else is there? Pain. A shield bash deals damage to the opponent. Damage increased as you go up combo tiers. Huh. And hurry, it's not wise to anger the spirits of the dead by delaying their proper rites. Heavy burden. After
Little
5 steps,
pleases
player
me
loses
more than
50%
watching your
max
attempt
health.
to wriggle away from bad luck.
Man, this got rather intense really quick. Heroes return. Okay, at least I only have to go 1 step. Whew. Do not want to lose half my health.
Look. Look deeply. This is the fate of heroes.
You reach Windermere, hometown of the dead adventurer. The town cleric meets you at the gate. He appears to have been standing vigil. Return the hero's sword. Thank you. This blade will once again be wielded in righteous fury. Do you also have his shield? Return the hero's shield. Probably I want to do this to get the best result. Truly, you have done the Almighty's work in returning this shield. Thank you. Blessed are we who protected can fell those who trespass against us. Draw 2 blessings. Ooh. And I got the token for the card. Excellent.
Useful.
After your first chance card pick, you may return the card and draw again after shuffling. That's interesting.
I made that a little too powerful. I will have to rebalance that next time.
Awesome. Okay, those blessings were definitely worth giving up those items for. You have done blessed work this day. For your services, we will prepare for you a sacred artifact that you may continue your good work through the dark days ahead. This card's token is
one more
yours.
piece of the puzzle for you.
Excellent. Except for not enough food, so I'm going to start taking damage from that. Out to the foot of an imposing forest. Yep, exit the area. Alright, I'm still not used to fighting lizard men. Let's see how it goes. Definitely got to practice on the lizard men. They are a lot harder to fight than some of the other enemies. You are now free to continue your journey. Draw 2 game cards. At least I got some.
The pendulum can swing both ways.
Some gold, okay.
Do you understand what it is we do now? Or did I rush you through the rules, pushing you into the play before you were prepared? Ouch.
End of a hall.
If only you had a meal.
I lost sight of it. Oh, I got it right. Yes. Excellent. That saves me a lot of trouble. Now the chest itself. There we go. After a mighty heave, Locke gives way and the spoils are yours.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
More gold. Well, if I find a merchant, I have enough money to buy food. But I need to find a merchant first.
Deeper towards our foe.
I'm gonna turn back because I really need to find food. Bother, I'm gonna die.
Again, a token is at stake.
It turns out it's not too hard to track down a mad huntsman who's on a crusade across the countryside in search of a mythical beast. He has been spotted interrogating tavern goers, accosting travelers in the woods, and closely scrutinizing various animal droppings. You hear that he recently left the small town of Thatchcross and was seen heading into the forest nearby. You follow a set of tracks that lead into a leafy glade. Colorful autumnal debris blankets the ground. You stop dead when you hear a suspiciously loud snapping sound beneath your feet. Ooh, this could be a tough one. Oh dear, redrop. Let's try that again. I lost track of that. Really bad. So hard to follow those cards. They move so quickly and some of their interlocking is hard to tell. Well, at least that's could be worse. Oops. You launch yourself through the air, reaching for the edge of this seemingly man-made pit. Right? 50-50. I can hopefully do this. not doing well at these right now. Off by one. There we go. Whew. You catch the edge of the pit with a firm grasp and manage to haul yourself up onto solid ground. In front of you stands a grizzled veteran hunter, adorned with many trophies from his kills. He moves with calm assurance, but his gaze pierces you like a dagger. I'm impressed that you escaped my trap. In fairness, it was not designed for one such as you, but someone more substantial. Having spent so many years in the role of hunter, it is unusual to find myself as prey. Let us share a drink at the tavern, where we can converse as men instead of tracking each other's footprints like beasts. This card's token is now yours. Please be a merchant.
I would feed you if I
thank
could.
you.
I cannot break the rules in your favor any more than in my own.
Alright, approach the shop. Because if I don't, I'm dead. Yeah.
Finally,
Yeah,
an
definitely some bad
opportunity
luck.
to eat.
With some of those rolls. And those picks. Alright, first things first. Let's buy food. Oh, good. It'd be expensive, but...
Now, starvation begins.
Good. Let me see about healing wounds. This may turn my luck around a bit, at least for a little while. Oh, don't have enough to remove 8 curses, unfortunately. In addition to gain enough food and supplies. What's this? Oh, that one. Yeah, those ones are way too expensive to remove anyway. Enough gold for that.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
That I can get though. Gold's far less useful to me than food. Without food, I die. Without gold, I may not be able to do a few things, but much less likely to be problematic than starving to death. Dead men's gold.
It's enough to put you off crossing at bridges like this. Surely there's an alternative that would leave you less exposed and vulnerable.
While crossing the ancient rope bridges of Dead Men's Gorge, you hear sounds of movement from below. It's an ambush. Draw 2 monster cards. Okay. 2 skeletons, 4 ratmen. I should be able to take these. Skip that. I need to. Looks like I should kill the rats first. Now I have to go to the skeleton. There we go. Oh. Two game cards. 1 food.
Just one scrap
Can I
of
find
food
food?
here.
Alright, on we
Were
go.
you hoping this was the end?
To where I do not
No.
know.
Another floor awaits.
Warlord 2.
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
You return to the barren land to commune once more with the ancient god. Bring to me the disciple's ring. It lies in a crypt long since sealed to contain the evil within. Find it, if you will, and bring it to me. Suddenly it withdraws to its own realm, leaving you breathless and alone. No idea where to look for that still. Another shop, but I don't have enough gold to do anything, so I'll just pass by. Charity 2.
Every game must have both winners and losers. Without
Give
them,
priests
it degenerates into nothingness.
Let's give it 5. Let me see if I have anything in my sack which to reward such generosity. 2 success, 2 failed checks. Okay. Ah. Should I fall down? There we go. All right that time. Alright. The priest exclaims and draws out a tarnished old ring. I'll have the kids polish it up first. In the meantime, take my blessing. This dealer draws you 1 game card. Card's token is now mine. Draw 1 blessing. Toxic blood.
Very
Any
nice
hit on the player
indeed.
during combat has a chance to poison the attacker. Alright, I'm getting a ton of blessings this round. Hope this works. Ooh, that's a bad one. Ratman hunting. You stumble upon a Ratman hunting party. Prepare to defend yourself. The dealer draws you 2 monster cards. Oh, that's a lot of Ratman. I am in trouble. Alright, I can do this. The biggest thing with the Ratman is that you use poison type attacks, so they hit you. They may not do a ton of damage, but they do poison damage over time. Oh, I hate when they do that quick attack. That's how it starts. Hard to block like that while blocking others. Hold. I lived though. Whew. All good. You sigh as you search the bodies, finding nothing. If only there was another way to stop this plague of Ratmen. Pay someone to take care of it, perhaps. If I had enough gold every time I ran into one person that could take care of it,
Work your way through the woods and see what lies beyond.
Alright.
Think about the way we play this game.
Landlocked Lubber 2.
You continue to die, yet we reset the board each time. One has to wonder how it is possible to truly lose.
You return to the landlocked Lubber and find it somehow even emptier than before. Carlo is entertained by the story of your time in Knowledge. You explain that you were told you'll need a highbinder to find the missing ships. Carlo laughs. It's not a highbinder, it's the highbinder. He's a broker of information. If he knows anything about the missing boats, then he'll tell us if we can pay his price. I don't have the right stuff to pay. Alright. So that one's going undone for now. I don't have gold. Devil's Carnival.
Frivolity's not my forte.
One day, just as dusk gathers, you reach a large country town hosting a traveling circus. Strange sights and stranger smells confront you. Excuse me. As you begin to wander between tents and stalls that were once brightly colored but now are faded and stained with dust. Peasants and nobles alike wander the streets and alleys, past wonders and amazements, seeming almost dazed. There is something about the place that dulls your senses, and for a while you forget your quest, forget even the path that brought you to this place. Okay.
A choice. Select your desire.
Yes. Firm. Cheers and gasps draw you to a large tent. Inside you discover a number of spectacles being performed by costumed artists. Yes! Haha, 2 huge successes in a row. Yeah, that was really lucky. Got it right that time. Along the back of the large tent, you discover a row of cages. Strange creatures look at you mournfully through the bars. You stop at the sight of a beast with the body of a lion and the head of a man. Please help me, the beast exclaims. I was born a man, but then I came here. They did this to me. You open the cage and the beast jumps out saying, Bless you, stranger. I may live out my days as an animal, but at least I won't have to perform for those devils. Draw one blessing card. Will of the gods.
Many of these blessings are too good for the likes of you.
Is highlighted. If that creature is the first to die, then it pops out 5 gold, which the player may collect. The man-beast turns and flees between the other cages, swiping at them in fury as he passes. Various other cages break open, releasing a number of unusual-looking beasts that fly away. This card's token is now yours. Alright, got that, finally. Sometime later, you find yourself standing at the edge of a forest, the sounds of the crowds behind you. Day is just dawning, but which day? Looking back, you see the ruined buildings of a country town, long ago abandoned.
You have earned this.
I like those card ones because you can actually follow, like, they show you which cards are success, which one are failure, and if you trace them right, you can actually follow them with your eyes as to which one is the right one. But it can be really hard, especially since I have a curse that makes them go faster. But if you follow them right, you can literally find the right one just by keeping a close eye on it. I don't have anything to do. Like here, continue. The maiden, perfect. One day in a shady forest, you encounter an elf maiden. She stops to greet you. Ask for supplies. I am Merith of the Forest Folk. My people have long helped the mortals of this realm. What boon would you ask of me? This bread will sustain you for many days. Lambus bread! Yum yum. Oh wow, she gave me a lot of food. I'm happy with that. The elders of our kind often say that we must retread paths we once took in order to gain an advantage on the present. Farewell, mortal. Greenboro Forest. I don't know what comes to this one. More and more portals are opening up across the land, and hell beasts are appearing with greater frequency. These portals seem to appear more often around the Greenboro Forest. Search the forest for clues? Yep. 2 success, 2 failure chance. Yeah, followed it right. Whew, almost didn't though. I was very close to clicking the one on the right in the middle. During your search, you discover some bags lost or left behind by traders and travelers. The dealer draws you 2 gain cards. More food. Alright, and that could be a gold. That's useful. Your investigation also covers what may be a treasure or powerful artifact, but it is concealed behind thick, strangling vines. Try and chop through the vines? Sure. You swing your weapon down, attacking the vines with gusto. Your weapon isn't strong enough to break through the vines, so I probably need a magical weapon in order to get through there. I don't have one right now, though. Might be able to get one. What do you have for me? Now that I've actually got some gold, I could potentially trade for a weapon that is powerful enough to break through that. If they have any. Hag's Wraps. Slowing weakening your point. That's a good one, but take double damage from players' attacks. That's really good for this adventure. Plunders. Press 2 to attack faster with each successful strike. The longer your combo, the more explosive the reaction. That's a fun one. But that's... so many choices. Nothing good for getting me through those. 60 seconds is similar to this game? Interesting. I don't think I've ever looked into that one. Sounds interesting, though. I really like how this game's set up, so maybe I'd like that one. Wizard men take double damage from the player's attacks. That could be the most useful for my
A tool with
quest.
a very specific but useful purpose. Not much use if you're not facing lizards, though, eh? Sorry, that struck me as funny.
Yes, yes. Alright, back. Let's sell some items. If I have they're extra, maybe I don't. I guess I have this. That'll give me 37. Yeah, I'm not wearing it, so I'll sell that. Buy. Let's get the hag's wraps. Each strike inflicts...
Some of your
first
foes
slowing and
will take
weakening
those
your-
curses to the grave and beyond. You treat powerful artifacts as though they were toys.
Are they not? What's the fun in life if you can't risk being cursed every once in a while? Alright. Got enough food to go for a bit. That's looking good. Ladder escape. To continue forwards, you must first descend down a ladder and into the unknown. Climb the ladder, I guess. It's the only way on to the next section of the area. You embark upon the next leg of your adventure.
All the world is a game board, and us men and women merely players. I alone do not play. I maintain the rules. You have choices, and I have predestination. Your choices, though, are merely a rediscovery of that which you already know.
In an old abandoned graveyard, the restless spirits sense the presence of a blessed soul and remain quiet. You spend a peaceful night, awakening, well-rested, and fully recovering from your wounds. This card's token is now yours. I think I avoided a fight here just now because I had a bunch of blessings. Sweet, easy token. I'll take it. Call for the priest. I need to go to that merchant. I don't have anything to buy or sell with anyway. Devil's
Perhaps this will be the end of your road.
Could be.
Let us take a token
I'm probably
on
gonna
their
take this
foolishness.
A devil appears in a puff of smoke and fixes his evil gaze upon you. Greetings, mortal. Draw one monster card. 2 scales. If you can defeat my minions without taking a scratch, I will reward you with gold and magical trinkets. I'll risk it. It's for fun. It's fun, and I kinda want this token. Excellent, the devil cries with glee. It points at you with a crooked finger, saying, "Let's see you prove it." If he lowers me down so I take only 1 hit. Ah, okay, hard choice type game. Could be good. You said you could do it without a scratch, but I'll be generous and leave you a little more than that. I better not get hit or I'm dead. So lots of dodging involved. This go around, at least it's only against 2 of them. Hopefully there's no traps on the map. Come on, you. Into a corner, how about it? Oh, okay. That was a good slow swing. Okay. Got him. Whew. Won the wager. You're not dead. That is unexpected. The devil waves his hand, partially healing you. This card's token is now yours. Good, he restored my health. It then disappears, leaving behind some loot. The dealer draws you 3 game cards. Okay, more food. Good, if this goes on for a long time. Ooh, please have a better weapon. No. Better armor, potentially. What's this? During combat, every hit you sustain increases your speed and weapon strength. That could work. That could work. Yeah, I'll take that. And let's equip that. 5 to my max health. Nice. Got that token too. Okay, that was a good run. It could have gone really badly if I had lost it, but didn't. Forced escape.
Roaming ever forward, hunting for the truth.
I'm actually just gonna move on. Closer to my goal.
The lizard men are nothing if not patient.
Yeah,
We
I might
wait
do
for
that.
you.
Because it's a game I'm not familiar with at all, so I might check that out on YouTube just to get an idea of what it's about. Culling the rat.
He is not your duke, remember. He can only ask, not order.
All the lands in the kingdom are being overrun with ratmen. Merchants in my lands are attacked on the road, as are any travelers such as yourself. My guards are needed here with me, but if I had just 50 gold, I would hire a mercenary army to find the nests and cull their numbers. I can't help you, I don't have 50 gold. Blah blah. Okay. Maybe I can get 50 gold, but maybe not this go around.
Moonlight.
Ooh.
Unholy creatures. I'll forgive you for arriving here once, but I hope it is the last time.
Blood auction.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
In the moonlit ruins of a long-forgotten castle, a host of unholy creatures gather. You discover that vampires are holding secret blood auctions. Mortals are allowed to bid using their own blood. Let's try this out. Bid some blood. You are ushered into the circle of bidders. Wow, okay, they do high bids. Tonight's item is a magical ring that you are unfamiliar with. Bid 60 health. A strange creature comes to you and draws out your blood. You gotta pay even if you lose the bid, the creature explains. Wait till all the bids are taken. Oh, okay, I see how this is going to work. Haha, followed it right. Got it. You are successful in your bid. The strange creature returns and says, your item will be gift wrapped and sent to you. This card's token is now yours. You decide to leave before the vampires take any further interest.
This card will unlock more cards, and then still more. You must dig deeply if you wish to discover the heart of this mystery.
Hey, well, thanks for stopping by anyway, and you have a great day. Oh, I'm so glad I survived that. And I'm getting a lot of tokens this round. I am happy about that too. Whether I die or not,
Nothing speaks truth
this.
like blood.
Ooh. Desert cult.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
In a forgotten desert temple, you stumble upon a cult performing a summoning. La la Cthulhu fly in. The cult leader, standing before an ancient altar, demands a blood sacrifice from you. Oh, I'm gonna refuse that. I'm not in a good spot for blood sacrifices. The cult turns as one to attack you. 2 monster cards.
The Jack of Skulls returns to the fray. Would you expect any less?
Skeleton champion and 3 bandits. Right. Skeleton champion brought the rifle against players. Miss me. Take that, you. Kill the basic units. There we go. Now we just need to kill Jack. Good, Jack down. That should make kill minions much easier. They're fast enough for me to prevent them from regenerating. Did it. You search the fallen, but find nothing of value. Your gaze wanders over to the altar, and you see an ornate treasure chest lying upon it. The chest has an intricate locking mechanism, requiring the heads of 2 decorative silver dragons to be turned simultaneously. Why not? Open the chest. As the locks click open, a magical fire suddenly erupts around the chest. Your gloves protect you, leaving your hands only slightly reddened. Guess it's a good thing I had those glove items equipped. The magical fire dissipates as quickly as they appeared, allowing you to extract the contents of the chest. Draw 1 equipment card. The card's token is now yours. Feathered ice. During combat, press 2 to create a blast of freezing ice centered on the adventurer. I like that artifact. That sounds very useful. am not in good
Now,
health for
a
fighting
fight
the
for
champion.
the ages. I expect greatness.
I might live through this if I'm lucky. I'm probably gonna die though. This lizard man's potency allows him to nullify the magical abilities of the player's weapons and artifacts. Ooh.
There's a token in it for you if
good.
you win.
That could be... This could probably kill me. I wish I had more health. 4 scales plus the champion. Hi. Yeah, you're big. I see that. That artifact probably will save my life. Targets paid off quite a bit as well. I did have a lot of artifacts and items that definitely gave me advantage in that fight. Even if that guy had some nullification abilities.
Well played. Well played indeed. You have defeated something that I never expected to die.
Alright, I've got the scepter. Its upgrades are food bonus. You start your adventures with more food. That's good. You're starting gear. Your starting equipment has been upgraded. Probably good. Ratman strength increased. Bandit health increase. Lizardman strength increased. Okay, yeah, it says they need more of that. Ratman leap attack. Ratman warriors will perform leap attacks. That's new. More monsters. More dangerous monster cards are added to the monster deck. What that means. The game's getting more interesting, though.
The wand represents my will in the purest sense. It is not too late for you to give up now. Go peacefully to your fate and leave me to mine.
I got so many tokens out of that fight. Out of that whole round. For returning the belongings of the dead hero of Wondermere, you receive Order gain 10 gold per blessing. Ooh. And war cry. I wonder what that does. Next, for this DLC mission, for escaping the Huntsman's trap, you receive the Mug and Barrel. For donating food for the orphans, you receive Ring of Enlightenment and Charity 3. Freeing a victim of the Devil's Carnival, you receive Good Fortune gain 20 gold and Giant Eagle. Is that Lord of the Rings reference or just for fun? Probably Lord of the Rings reference. For bringing blessed peace to the old graveyard, you receive Health Potion gain 25 health and Spiritual Healing. For winning the Devil's Wager, you receive Fate's Fall. That's nice. For winning the Blood Auction, you receive these cards. Gold Gain, Blood Auction 2, and Plunderer's Ring. participating in a desert's cult ceremony, you receive gain max health, skull cap of prophecy, and desert of the damned. Well, that sounds like a ton of fun. As a reward for defeating my lizardman Jack, you receive these new cards: Queen of Skulls, Metal Ore, Holy Forge, and Dark Ritual. As a reward for defeating my lizardman Jack, you receive these new cards: Burns Antlers and Undead Bane. I like that. Probably will want Undead Bane for the next one.
Halfway done. Let us continue. Into the depths we go, searching for the dead and dying.
Alright. Queen of Skulls. Haunted. Whenever the player purchases a new item, they gain a curse. That's nasty. Merchant Guild. All traders have been persuaded to offer cheaper items. Oh, gambling here a bit. It's like, oh yes, the items are cheaper. Take all you can afford. But they come with a little hidden cost. Challenges for Dark Dweller to Call of the Shadows.
So much death and sorrow in the world. Can you hear the winds keening in loss? Can you hear the dirges as the trees and the earth cry out in sorrow? This is the Queen of Skulls, and that is all she can hear. It has driven her to madness. Her touch is the promise of death, and I say to you, you were warned. Farewell.
Yeah, I've got these 3 Ratman hunting cards, which are pretty nasty encounters, stuck in my deck. I think if I ever get culling the Ratman and actually have the gold to pay him, then I would get this token from him, and I think it would allow me to remove these from the deck. Okay, now then, let's see, what new cards do I want to swap around? Take a bunch of the ones that don't have any new tokens out. Tavern Wager in. Metal Ore I want in there because I have no idea what that is. New, and new. Perfect. That left me with a nice selection there. Then my equipment. Let's take a look here. Life Slim. Let's take Frostfang out. Desperate Measures, Armor of Cold, Medium Armor, those, Fate's Folly, Skullcap Prophecy, Warcry, Plunder's Ring, Alignment, Spiritual Healing. Definitely put Undead Bane in. I just want to get all the new items in here mostly. So let's see, what else do I want to remove? What's Angel's Wing? New Swear with greater movement speed. That's right. That can go out. Thunder's Cap can go out. Great Helm of Reinforcement. Alright, that would increase my armor set's type. It's a pretty good one. Increase the experience gained by the Eastern Rangers. Some creates a small force explosion. Projectiles, yeah. What was this one? Enhanced with powerful poison that takes victim's mind and body. Alright. I think I'll keep that like that. Doing hard mode still. I think I'm happy with that deck setup. Time to go.
The lands of the Queen of Skulls are unhealthy for the living.
Of course. Age of Plague. That's not good. Dark Plague. Very interesting. I am so gonna die this time, probably. I'm really surprised I survived that last time, really. This one seems to be a nasty compilation.
Few have reached the depths of the game that you have attained. They were too weak or too inflexible, too passionate or lacking in the necessary will. You are different.
That's nice. Let's move on, shall we? Noble trader.
Noble in mind, or simply noble by birth.
A nobleman passes you on the road in the town of Stiegel, but casts little more than a glance at you. Okay. Probably isn't interested because I probably need a magical item or something to attract his attention. And he'll want to buy it from me. That's my guess anyway. This one. Ooh, 10 Ratman. Not a good thing to start off with early in the campaign. Let's do what we can though. That's I already held the block and all that. On my nerves, little archer. Might kill me. I'm not very good at fighting with this very rapid. Oh, I won. That was a tough fight. Sigh. Nope, didn't get anything good. Every once in a while you get something good out of that. But not always.
So often this is how the story ends, is it not? The hero tries, the hero dies. Their memory is celebrated, but they are lost. Are you sure that's the right approach?
Alright.
The deeper you go, the harder things become.
Let's get this taken care of, so I can get a reward for
There
it.
has never been a hero whose end has not been thus.
Blessing, Lizard Eater.
The
Receive
gods
one
look
food
upon
for
you
every lizard
favorably.
killed. Huh. Guess it makes fine lizardmen have a nice little advantage. Looks like we'll move on.
I did not create this game, you know. I have merely perfected it. You have begun to understand my innovations.
Dark Ritual.
The more powerful the site, the more vile its trespasses.
While searching the sacred tombs of Wondermere, you come across a group of skeletons conducting a dark ritual. The dealer draws you 3 monster cards.
The undead do
Pack of
tend
skulls.
to rise
Two
again.
Skulls, 2 skulls. Might as well. In this case, YOLO does not apply because you actually don't live just once. Because I die and then I can just start the game again. Or the round again if I want. Depending on how it goes. Yeah, you don't Jack down. wind up against a lot of big fights.
It is but a game. So it goes.
No new unlocks.
Can you muster the strength to go on?
I'm certainly gonna keep trying.
Come now. The Queen awaits. What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
Oh, this one again already? Wow. Well, good way to get free
Take
blessings.
your feelings and turn them into power. The Black Deck delivers again.
Be okay to go here next. What the? Holy Forge, Unlock Blubber, Hero's Return. Cave escape.
Caves and caverns. One cannot hope to find adventure without a little delving now.
Turn back, because I don't want that to lose 50% of my health.
Win this
right,
and claim my token.
Still didn't let me do it. I had enough for 20 gold payment, but it didn't let me try that. Maybe that's just not enough. Toxic blood.
Useful.
Good one. What's this one? Holy Forge.
A brotherhood of peace in the service of war. Never trust a priest.
On a dusty, lonely plain, you come across the shattered remains of an old monastery. Searching the building, you meet an old man dressed in dirty robes. Long ago, we of the Brotherhood forged holy weapons to support the war against the infidels. But the infidels were strong, and one day, one of their raiding parties took us by surprise. They destroyed most of our tools and took our supplies, including all of the rare metal ore that we used to craft our weapons. The king's army never returned after that day. I know not what became of them in the years that followed. I have stayed here all these years, but only the ghosts remain, to keep me company. All of the others who survived the attack left long ago. You bid the monk farewell and leave him standing in the silent, empty ruin. I guess I have to hope to find that metal ore first, and then find that, hopefully, and it would allow me to get what I need.
All sorts of terrible things live in caves. Are you sure?
Calling the Ratman.
A challenge for you,
still don't have enough
and a
gold.
token if you succeed.
Sorry, still don't have enough. And I'm dying from hunger.
Are you afraid to confront the darkness? How could you have come here if that was so?
Let's try this again, I guess. I've got a bit more health this go around at least, so maybe I'll stand a chance. Even if I still don't have a good item. Like weaponry and items. Yeah, shoot your own guys. Save me the... Hold it. There are traps. Back already? I really need a hold up for this. Back. Stop raising the dead. Go back to being dead yourself. That was a good hit. I took 11 damage from that hit. Man. Ow.
Every death feeds the queen. Again, you lose. I thought you would do better than this.
Sometimes you win, sometimes you
She
don't.
waits for you,
The cards go
even now.
Let's give it another go, shall we? But
Take arms
first,
against the Queen of Skulls,
do a
and you
slight
will
deck
meet
rearrangement.
only death.
Okay. Keep that, keep that. Scorching Zeal. What type of... can't remember if that was useful against Undead or not. Undead Bane I definitely want to keep. Life Slim sounds useful. Huge Hammer. Was Desperate Measures considered a holy item? I think it was. So I'll put that back in. And I'll take out Chains of Fudge. So I have a chance to restore your cooldowns. Yeah, no. Worth it. As much as that. That way, if I do get a weapon, better the chances are that I'll get a weapon that will be good against the undead. At least if my whole running into all this keeps holding steady. Sometimes they get all mixed up and you end up in the range, all sorts of interesting ones.
Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies.
You arrive at the town of
course,
Spiegel on market day.
I
The
am
markets are
different.
selling food today. You may
My
offer some gold
powers
to the
are
market and
genuine.
see how much food is worth today. I'm kind of curious. Attempt to steal food, leave, bid half your gold. You deliver your gold to the markets and wait for the trading to finish. The card's token is now yours. Well, at least I got the token. A man approaches you, says sack contained the food your gold managed to secure. Ah, okay, so that's how we did do it. Haha, followed it right. Yes. One food gain. Hopefully it's a good one. For as much gold as it cost. Yeah, not great. Still, at least I got the token for it. Better than the last two runs where I haven't gotten any tokens. This one again. Sure.
As pleases you. More than anything, I am proud of my array of curses.
They are quite impressive. Some of these curses are quite nasty. Yep, take these. Give me a blessing. Ooh, 2 gain cards. Step of blessing.
I'm sure you are grateful for that. A little gold.
Well, hopefully I run into that
to
guy
give
who
you
wants
a taste
me to pay
for
50
it.
gold to get rid of the Ratman now. Landlocked Lover. Turn back. Okay, forget that. I should have enough gold now to pay the Landlocked Lubber one as well.
We play for a
Let's do that
token now.
instead. Pay 50 gold. Alright then. I'll send word along with our payment and the High Binder will set to meet. This card's token is now yours. Excellent. 2 tokens. A lot of this game is just unlocking the tokens to get better cards or new cards, and then eventually you can make your own deck however you want with hopefully better cards than worse ones. You've discovered the exit.
At their heart, all games are about power,
Ooh, Giant
are
Eagle.
they
I don't know
not?
how this one goes.
The acquiring of power.
As you are walking one day,
The
a large
retaining
shadow passes
of
over you. Looking up,
power.
you see a giant eagle
And
swooping
most
down towards you.
importantly, the use
Wait to
of
see what the
power.
bird does. Why not? The bird picks you up and carries you to faraway lands. After flying for a while, you see a monastery high up in the mountains. From your vantage point in the eagle's strong grip, you can just make out a rough, overgrown trail leading up to it. This card's token is now yours. The wind whips furiously past you as the eagle continues to climb higher. Why not? Wait until it gets tired. Well, I got success. Not huge success, but success. Eventually, after many hours, the eagle drops you into a small lake. Wonder what huge success will have done for me then. Dark ritual.
Again, a token
we're
is
here.
at stake.
I'm at full health. Got 3 tokens. I still have no bear off equipment-wise. Why not? I'll get it eventually. Just a matter of practice, time, and so forth. Gain these undead to stop regenerating. Amazingly better. Okay, we did it. As the last broken bone clatters to the stone floor, you realize that your intervention has come too late. The sarcophagus is slowly cracking open. You quickly grab what you can from the area and flee the chamber. Well, you don't want to fight the sarcophagus monster? Draw 2 equipment cards. This card's token is now yours. Skull Cap of Prophecy. Any magical weapon ability used that kills a creature also refreshes the artifact cooldown. Okay, that's an interesting item. I don't really care to wear it though. Well, I don't know how that... I still don't know what the Warlord's Helm really does, if anything. So I guess I will wear it. And Desperate Measures. And it is a holy item. Good. This mace inflicts more damage the lower the health of the wielder is. And holy means basically it works really well against undead. And I think it stops them from regenerating themselves back to life.
Really? Is that what you're going to do?
Yes, it's much better than what I had. Stand aside a moment later, you hear an unholy shriek that will haunt your dreams forever. I'm betting that's going to be related to the next card I get out of that token. Blood Auction 2.
Cannot stay away, eh?
In the moonlit ruins of a long-forgotten castle, a host of unholy creatures gather. You find the vampires holding another blood auction. Mortals are still allowed to bid using their own blood. You are ushered into the Circle of Bidders. Tonight's item is a magical ring that you are unfamiliar with. Bid 60 health. A strange creature comes to you and draws out your blood. You gotta pay even if you lose. All the bids are taken. This is gonna be a tough one.
Choose from these options.
Ah, that was close. You lose the bid. The vampires take a break from before the next item, and you decide to leave before they take an interest in you. So close. Lost a lot of health on that, but that's how this game goes. It's fun.
Of course. So few trade in the land of death
Should try
that
see if we can
deals
get
are
at least
easy
food.
to strike.
First sell that. Ugh, that's. Whew. Ring of Hindsight. All encounter cards are revealed upon reaching the next stairs. When did I pick that up? I don't remember picking that up. Re-kill earns the player a stackable speed and damage boost. Taking damage resets the boost to nil. Well, this card's much less useful. I'll buy food. Not the best price, but well, not bad either. Keep me alive a little longer, potentially. Or I could die in the next 5 seconds. We'll see how it goes.
Do you understand what it is we do now? Or did I rush you through the rules,
Greenboro Forest.
pushing you into the play before you were prepared?
Alright, search. Followed it right. Alright, one food. Bad gain cards, but okay. Do I have a weapon that can actually chop through this time? You swing your weapon down, attacking the vines with gusto. Your weapons cleave through the vines to reveal an ancient stone artifact. Oh good, so my weapon was powerful enough this time. At your touch, it rumbles to life, and a familiar voice from the underworld booms out. You have found a totem of the underworld, by chance, I'm sure. Foolish mages built these long ago to hold us back, but that came with a price. Now, as our might continues to grow, none of your kind is strong enough to stop us. Your world fills with my minions. I will twist your fate to a cruel demise. The totem fires a beam up into the sky. It is met by another from a far-off location. So, more hell summons, looks like? Underworld totem. So I have to make it to that next location. Okay. Hopefully I can live that
Taverns, caves, dungeons,
wager.
and the roads between them. Over and over, again and again.
You find yourself in a seedy old tavern, spinning tales of your adventures to a group of drunks. A bearded old soldier scoffs at your tales and challenges you to an arm wrestle. Wager your helmet against his gold? Why not? You win, the old soldier gingerly turns out his pockets. I seem to have misplaced my 20 gold. Will this do instead? The dealer draws you one gain card. This card's token is now yours. He still gave me 15 gold. And I got the token. Well, I'm happy with it. Warlord 2.
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
Still haven't figured out how to do that one. Alright, I'm not in the best health, so I might die here.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
You eventually find the second underworld totem. The totem is covered in markings, including spaces for 3 rings. I don't have 3 rings. Now I know about it, though. So I can work on that in the future.
A permanent discount for those willing to endure the local color.
Let me take a look. Maybe they have a couple rings cheap for sale. Guess I shouldn't have sold that one. I had, but didn't know I might need it at the time. Fool's Gold, Ring of Enlightenment, Ring of Poverty. Bye.
What sort of man would trade the blessing of the gods for material wealth?
Oh, I forgot about the curse thing. Well, I'm not likely to live through this one anyway. Go back a minute. Sell items. I can't do that. Why not? Is that because of the tainted curse? Did that give it something so I couldn't sell items? Alright. Well, bother. Check my inventory. I don't think I have enough rings. I've only got 2. Shame. I'll have to try that another time, I guess.
An expedition. Press on. Think about the way we play this game. You continue to die, yet we reset the board each time. One has to wonder how it is possible to truly lose.
Your path is blocked by an evil mass of tentacles.
Evil made flesh, but with no craft or substance.
New limbs reaching eagerly.
Powerful magic, but unfocused.
Attempt to get around. Imagine I have to if I want to move on. Your luck lasts only so long before the tentacles get hold of you. The dealer draws you 2 pain cards.
How unpleasant.
Ow. I didn't have that much food to lose anyway, so... Alright, and ratman hunting. I think I'm gonna die here. That's a lot of ratman. I'm gonna die. I go dead now. Life. Or something in the map that might do damage to me. I don't know.
Consult the cards.
Potential
Your
hazards
fate
on
is
some of these
marked.
maps.
Once more into the grave. How unfortunate for you.
Well, at least I got a bunch of tokens. For trading in the marketplace, you receive gain food, a merchant's favor. For paying the fee to the highbinder, you receive meet the highbinder. For taking a ride with a giant eagle, you receive nice and cursed treasure. Oh, fun. For interrupting the dark ritual, you receive the Lich. Oh, that's gonna be a fun one. Do enjoy that. So these cards and stories they potentially tell. For winning a tavern wager, you receive Bash.
Can you muster the strength to go on?
Alright, I'm gonna have to rearrange
Come
a
now.
few items.
The Queen awaits.
First things first. That in. Where are the old ones that no longer apply? Giant Eagle. Tavern wager. These others. Let's get rid of marketplace. And no. Yeah, maybe a treasure chest. There. That was not too bad. Usually get some good stuff out of it. Weapon ability usage, all bandits are stunned for 3 seconds. Every and it killed nets the player 2 gold. Toss that out. Put this in. Ring of Enlightenment. The player sells this ring, they receive 50 gold for each blessing they possess, and all blessings are lost. Unlocked half of these potential cards, and less than half of my item potential cards. There's a lot of cards in this game, which is good. I love all the new content that you constantly get. It keeps the game interesting, especially if you have to keep replaying parts.
All the world is a game board. And us men and women merely players. I alone do not play. I maintain the rules. You have choices, and I have predestination. Your choices, though, are merely a rediscovery of that which you already know.
Okay, I can make that. Maybe. Champion and splits. Alright, at least this is probably actually better than otherwise. Oh, okay. Champion has made a walkable path. Yeah, okay, that went bad. I was not... I forgot about that champion's abilities somewhat.
Death comes for us all, though not, of course, for me. She waits for you, even now. Take arms against the Queen of Skulls, and you will meet only death. Your currency is spent, your memories tattered and torn, formed into mere cards for us to play with.
Nope, still nothing good there. Mug and barrel.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
When you return to the Mug and Barrel, you spot the huntsman lurking in a shadowy corner of the bar. A solitary warm ale sits cooling in front of an empty chair, while a collection of empty mugs indicates your arrival has been long awaited. "I started without you," he says, cheerily, without looking up. "I've got questions for you, and you'll have questions for me. Questions lead to stories, stories lead to memories, and I cannot bear those without a lot of these." He rakes his mug across the others on the table, producing a discordant chime. "Sit down, you're making me look impolite. Given that you have already tracked me through forest and glen, I see that trying to dissuade you from this hunt would be pointless. I know how you feel. I was a boy of 5 when I first saw old Whitey. Sorry, that's what I call him. The White Minotaur." The huntsman proceeds to tell you a tale of destruction and grief, a tale decades in the making. After a while, he lapses into
Come now,
silence,
hurry up.
like a river that
We don't
has
have
run
forever.
dry. "I think I was tracking it when you stumbled into my trap. Head back into the forest and see what you can find. We've got business to attend to elsewhere." This card's token is now yours. Moving on to that DLC. Oh, again? I not like these cards. I've really got to work on getting. I've really got to get the right combination of things to get more of sometime. Man, these things will tear me apart. Ow. Okay, don't block so much. Come here, let me kill you. You're getting on my nerves. That. Poison bolt stab.
Another chance to discover what your heart truly desires.
Whilst browsing the wares at a trading post, you are approached by the proprietor. You look like a trustworthy sort. I'm in a debt to an acquaintance in Orangeshire. He is holding some items of my collateral. If you deliver this gold to him, an item of equipment can be yours as payment. Accept the offer and take the gold. The shopkeeper makes sure the other customers have gone before lifting a floorboard and taking out a small wooden chest. You have my thanks. Please make sure all the money makes it there safely. Alright. After 5 steps, the player
that is one of my favorites.
Health, max health. Beware of thieves and bandits on the way and stay out of the taverns. Return policy. Alright.
This token will unlock more cards if you can
you look
defeat
like the
this
fellow that's
encounter.
carrying payment from my friend across the Vale. Fess up and hand over 100 gold. Thank you. You can claim a piece of the gear I was holding as collateral. Alright, what's the Plunderer's Ring? With every
The benefits
game
just
card,
keep
the player
stacking
receives
up
+1
when you
gold
possess
and
this
+2
ring.
health. That could be useful. I sent a food delivery to a distant trading post but have received no word of it. Perhaps you will cross paths with the merchant I sent and lend a hand. Huh. Alright. Okay, guess they're always interesting. Now I'm gonna die from starvation.
Pitiful. Once, many came to play the game. Now, it's so few. The bored, the obsessed, the weak.
Demon Trader, Desert
Some come here
Lamb,
merely to
shop.
fill their mind with anything else but their problems, with any other issue than the thing on their mind today.
Turn back.
Is that what you're doing now?
Maybe this shop will have some food to save my life.
A chance to buy more
Enough gold I might
food.
be able to afford a little.
You must be relieved.
Alright, 5 food. I don't think I'm gonna live long on this one. But I want to try to unlock some more cards, so do that.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
There we go. White Council 3. While resting at the inn of a small town, you are suddenly accosted by a young man. It's all your fault. You doomed the village of Dimskate. Listen to his woes. The White Council thinks that we paid you to attack their men. In retribution, they have plagued our town with the undead. One day, a group of mages appeared out of nowhere and laid a curse on the town. Some men, my father included, tried to stop them. But it was hopeless. Their magical shields blocked every blow. Then they conjured a hail of enchanted arrows that pierced our men through flesh, bone, and organ. We had to abandon our village. Even now, a horde of the living dead keeps us from returning. Offer to help. And so you should. You can start by returning to our village and clearing out the undead. Their numbers seem to be limitless. Return to Dimskate. But will I make it that far? I do not know. Demon Trader.
An encounter with the devils of the night. Perhaps not your last.
You spend the restless night with your dreams haunted by visions of a strange demon who sniffs and says, "They say you visit the altar, yet you have no mark of the gods upon you. Be gone." In the morning, you feel drained. The dealer draws you one health pain card. So I guess I need to have a blessing or something in order to deal with that trader. Interesting. Alright, minor pain in the process. Let's see if we can deal with this. You return to the village of Lesser Dimskate, now cursed by the White Council. The eerie silence lies heavily upon you as you walk the deserted streets. In the town square, you discover a pair of unusual totems. They are made of bone and glow with an unnatural energy. The unliving bones of fallen villagers walk the earth in silent vigil around them. Oh, if that's all I've got to face, this shouldn't be a problem. A few weapons scattered on the ground speak of previous failed attempts to free the village from the undead invasion. The living dead turn towards you as one as you approach, weapon in hand. If this is all they've got here, I shouldn't have too much trouble. Skeletons can be difficult in number. Four. So, I wonder what these tokens mean. This thing I have to destroy the tokens for this shot. More difficult. Alright, you're busy destroying your tokens here. I don't know what they do, but I'm imagining they probably bring you back to life or something. Oops, it's broken now. What will I do? Back to your rest. Later that day, the villagers learn of your efforts and begin returning to bury their dead. "You've done nothing, stranger," yells an old woman as she drags a sack of bones towards the village cemetery. "Those robed devils will be back again when they hear of this. Next time, they'll probably blast the entire village off the face of the earth. You've doomed us all." "Don't mind her," a young girl says. She's always cranky. "Thank you for laying our fallen to rest." She has a point, though. They're probably going to come and kill us all, unless you can stop them. Consultation. Well, this has turned into a lot more of a twisty road of adventure than I anticipated. Fortunately, I'm not in good health. Pass it by.
Your situation is starting to look hopeless.
Hopefully
There's a token in it for you if you win.
Okay, it is good. We sit at the table of the mayor of Lesser Dimskate one evening, discussing the perils of living near wizards. "The Mage Guild has always gathered in the forest at that tall tower of theirs," says the mayor with a sigh. "It's been that way since my grandfather's day, and longer." Ask for more information. "Well, back when they weren't so aggressive, there were rumors that unwanted visitors would be turned to stone and such like, but mostly they just kept themselves to themselves and left other people alone. They would sometimes emerge to help the villagers, using herbs and magic to cure a particularly nasty disease, for example, or anything else that might interrupt delivery of their wine and other supplies. Sure, there would sometimes be a young upstart among them, looking to make a name for himself and causing trouble for us, but they'd soon leave to join the court of some kingdom or other. The wizard Zahagan changed all that, though. The self-appointed leader of the White Council now demands tribute even from small kingdoms. What chance has a humble village like ours against their power? If anything threatens the council, they just pop back to their tower, and magic keeps anyone from finding its real location. No army can lay siege to, or even reach, the tower. Ask about the supply wagons. Terran the merchant handles that. He told me once that he just heads into the forest, and eventually one of them appears and magics the entire contents of his wagon away. I suppose you could ask him to let you hide with his stock. That might get you in, but what then? This card's token is now yours. Ah, good. I'm about to die of starvation. At least I got another token out of the bid first. And death comes.
It's better than trudging along a muddy road. Certainly. Win this and claim my token.
Don't have that. Still doesn't work like
Fasting does have a way of focusing the mind. Starvation claims your life this time. Do you see now what I have built? How elegantly all the pieces fit.
For meeting the huntsman, you receive tracks in town. For delivering the gold to Oranshire, you receive food wagon. For helping the people of Lesser Dim's Gate again, you receive the White Council form. Okay, I have to make sure those cards get into
Can you muster the strength to go on? Come now. The Queen awaits. Every card drawn from your thoughts and your memories. Every card tainted by your view of the world and your single-minded purpose. The same singularity of purpose that brings you here.
Desert of the Damned.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
You find a casket buried in the sands. As you reach for it, a voice calls out, "Stranger, stay your hand. That casket bears the cursed serpent's mark." I have to open it. Yes! Haha! To your surprise, a magic spirit bursts from the casket in a cloud of purple smoke. "I am free!" the apparition declares as the stranger flees in terror. This card's token is now yours. The spirit's gaze slowly comes to rest upon you. Humbly request a favor. I don't much want to risk getting into a fight with it. Nope. I bet it was you who trapped me in there in the first place. The spirit roars and waves his hand. You feel weaker. Ow! I have 60 max health. Well, I got the token at least. Didn't get what I wanted out of it, but still. Give the priest half your food. Use a blessing right now.
A choice. Select your desire.
Self-righteous.
I made that
On
a
any hit,
little
the player
too
inflicts 2
powerful.
more damage.
I will
for
have
each
to
blessing
rebalance
success.
that next time.
That's a pretty good one. Blood
Do
auction.
not let your supplies run so short.
Why
You
not?
are on risky ground.
probably gonna die at this rate anyway. Not a good start. Might as well try to get something better out of it while I'm at it. Yes! Haha! You are successful in your bid. The strange creature returns and says your item will be gift wrapped and sent to you. This card's token is now yours. You decide to leave before the vampires take a further interest. 2 tokens. Not bad for only having traveled 3 card spaces and about to die. Give him 20 gold. I don't think I'm gonna live long enough to get paid back.
Very nice indeed.
Doesn't matter. If I do live, it could pay off. Nope, good night.
One more step down, and we may see the end of this,
and
or
death.
another set of stairs.
Oh well.
Another death at Famine's door.
Starvation is a major killer in this game. For opening a casket bearing the cursed serpent's mark, you receive Gain and Depth of Night. For winning the blood auction, you receive another gain, blood auction 3, and ring of reward.
She waits for you, even now. Take arms against the Queen of Skulls, and you will meet only death.
Alright, that back in. Which ones are fulfilled? Desert of the Damned. Wasn't too bad, really. I think I'll leave it for now. Almost sneezed. Alright, balance that out. Then over here. Healing Veils gaining gold. Receives. That's a good one. Ring of Enlightenment. Plus 50. Of Poverty. When this ring is sold, all the player's gold is lost, but the player receives +1 max health for every 5 gold. Okay, let's remove the Ring of Poverty and put in the Ring of Reward, which I don't know why it does yet.
This thing I have created, I can hardly bear the sight of it now. I've worked my way through its many convolutions so many times, run through these conversations in my mind over and over again, wondered how it all ends. Will I ever know
Ooh,
the
that's a bad
truth?
start. Flee back the way you came. The unnatural terror that grips your soul lingers for hours after you flee to safety. Yeah, not going that way. Much safer to run away. Tracks in town. You're traveling through a quiet hamlet. At first, its rural aspect appears quaintly serene, but as you near the central square, you realize that the lack of activity is due to disaster. A scene of great destruction reveals itself, and you wonder what army or force of nature besieged this place. You spot one villager retrieving their belongings from the pile of rubble that used to be their home. You call out to them. Alright. The villager's head snaps round like a frightened woodland creature. Are you quite mad? Such noise will only tempt the beast to return. Can you not see that we've suffered enough? Upon further, quieter inquiry, the villager tells you that a ghostly pale beast smashed through town a few days before. It destroyed or devoured everything in its path before heading east out of town. May the gods have mercy on any who cross its path. You cannot tell whether this is a warning or a prayer. tracks in mud. Alright, I'm gonna keep on this one. It is easy to follow the trail of carnage from town into the woods. However, once there, it becomes much more difficult. Many animals and beasts travel here, and their tracks are crossed and confused. I was doing so good. Countless number of footprints, tracks, and scratch marks create an incomprehensible mess that you cannot decipher. Bummer. I'll have to catch that another time, it seems. Merchant's favor. I guess I'll just continue on. Failed that card.
This can only end one way,
Such a shame,
you know.
It was going good. Charity 3.
Pity the losers or scorn them.
Now I have one food. I don't have a lot more food to give you, unfortunately. Else I would. Oh, that went in a different direction than I thought it did. No luck, I'm afraid, but take my blessing. Treasure.
Many of these blessings are too good for the likes of you.
I get a blessing, just not the token. When the player chooses for multiple equipment or gain cards, the choices available are increased by 1. That's interesting. Demon Trader.
We play for a
bless you
token
this time.
now.
In your dreams one night, you are summoned to a fiery pit and greeted by a demon. I sense you have some spiritual aura about you. I am willing to trade you a magical item for it. Pay 1 blessing for a magic item. Okay. The demon eyes you hungrily. It opens its fiery maw and you feel some part of your soul dragged into that hellish abyss. This card's token is now yours. Tasty, the demon exclaims. Your new magical item will be sent along to the mortal realm soon. In the meantime, take this old thing. Bashing Ring.
Now,
Once per
let's see
combat,
if we
the
can
10th
use
time
your
the player
skills to
successfully
acquire
performs a
more than
shield bash
corpses.
attack, 10 gold appears. That's interesting. Don't use shield bash all that often though, so it's not really great for me. Well, I need food. Alright, let's go with that. Shop and the White Council 4.
Work your way through the woods and see what lies beyond.
Why not? I want to know what this... I want to press on with as much of the DLC content as I can, so I'll go back and do the White Council thing if I can.
Again, a token is at stake.
On a fine sunny day, you set out into the forest, hidden in a barrel on the wagon of Terran, the merchant. Your destination is the White Council's stronghold. After what seems like hours, the deep voice calls out, "Halt!" Terran yelps in surprise, and the wagon stops. You hear Terran greet someone. "Ah, hello, my lord. I have your usual shipment here. Nothing interesting to say about it." You cringe in your barrel. "Is that so?" The other voice remarks casually before falling silent for some time. Then, "Here is your payment." And you hear the click of gold coins. Suddenly there is a blinding white light. When your vision clears, you dare to look out from your place of concealment. You see that you and all the stock from Terran's wagon are now sitting in the middle of a stone hall, inside a circle of runes and symbols. A trio of poorly dressed goblins set to work, sorting everything into a storage room to one side, under the supervision of a bored-looking mage. Attempt to sneak away, I guess. Okay, lots of chance for success at least. Well, at least I got success. manage to sneak into a shadowy alcove, where you hope to wait, undetected, until the goblins complete their labors and you can leave. You soon discover that the tower is a sprawling maze of passages and chambers, many more than could actually fit inside the structure you saw from a distance. You are inexplicably drawn to a bare stone chamber with an opening to the sky above. You watch as a magician summons an enormous scaled creature into existence. Its form seems mainly to be composed of vicious-looking claws, gnashing teeth, and writhing tentacles. You feel dizzy just watching it. It lunges, bites, and slashing at the wizard, but backs away when he raises an ornately decorated skull. The wizard addresses the creature. You will go to the city of Kader and kill the Duke. The creature's unblinking eyes gaze in every direction at once, and its sinister voice resonates from a dozen mouths. How has he wronged you, it hisses? Or is this more wisdom from the benevolent council? He foolishly questions my will, as do you, the wizard responds, holding the skull higher. Go, I command it. The beast retreats once more, rasping. Beware, Zahagan. The bones of my true master will not protect you forever. One day you will slip and drop them, and then I shall have you in my claws. Your threats are hollow, demon, and serve only to delay your departure. The mage stops abruptly. What are you up to? He mutters, then quickly looks around the room in alarm. His gaze comes to rest directly on you, watching from the shadows. Attempt to knock the skull from his hands. He wants to cause trouble? That's his failure.
Choose from these options.
You send your weapon flying across the room, crashing into the skull and knocking it to the floor. The mage looks from the fallen skull to you and then to the beast. His mouth opens, but before he can utter a word, a dozen tentacles descend upon him. A loud bell begins ringing throughout the halls. More robed figures appear from glowing portals to aid their leader. You flee the room as the sounds of fire, magic, and teeth do battle. Under the cover of the chaos you have sown, you manage to loot a magical artifact of some kind from an unoccupied laboratory, before being spotted. There's an intruder in the lab! A magician calls from the doorway. No time for that now, someone else yells. Just expel it before it damages something important. One of the magicians casts a spell and you find yourself standing in the forest, the tower just visible in the far distance. This card's token is now yours. Shouldn't play with demons, unless you're willing to potentially die. Excuse me. I'm gonna die from starvation here, probably. But if that hasn't happened before, and now I've got another token out of the deal. Here's where this is gonna go from here, though.
Roaming ever forward, hunting for the truth.
The path forwards will take you into the forest.
I have made my wager. I'll also make my deal. You have questions, and I will provide answers. After all, that is why you came here, is it not?
You come across a broken-down wagon laden with food, its owner nowhere in sight. Call out and offer help. Oh, thank God you're here. A merchant leaps out of the bushes. Some bandits attacked my car and hit me, and I hid in the trees. Please accept this food as thanks. As he hands over some food, the merchant explains that he was on his way to a distant trading post and that as a result of his troubles, his food delivery will be delayed. The dealer draws you one food gain card. This card's token is now yours. Well, only one food, but that'll get me going one more step. I still got the token. Helpful priest. Here, you look down your luck. Here, have my lucky penny. Perhaps it will bring you great fortune, and better fortune than it did me.
The mark of the serpent. There is no doubt that you have traveled an interesting road, adventurer.
Might as well try opening again and see if something better comes of it this time. Yeah! To your surprise, a magic spirit bursts from the cascading cloud of purple smoke. So there's that again. Humbly request a favor. Let's try this again. Well, I got success at least. Very well then, insect. The spirit says and waves his hand to bless you, then he disappears. Wrath of the gods.
The gods look
old
upon
gods.
you favorably.
At the beginning of every battle, the old gods throw down thunder upon one of your enemies. That's a good blessing. Shame I'm probably gonna die before I get to use it. Shop, blood auction 3. I won't have enough blood for that. Culling the Ratman, I don't have enough gold. Nope. Let's just move on and see if I can discover anything better.
Descend ever deeper into the subterranean pit. I hear nothing but the sounds of mourning. She is close. The deeper you go, the greater the risk of starvation.
Cursed treasure.
You do seem oddly fixated with tales of treasure and pillage. Does nothing else move you?
In the courtyard of a remote, rundown temple, you find a pile of treasure. You're welcome to the treasure, says a wizened old monk, but know that it is cursed. Might as well. You cannot resist the allure of the treasure and proceed to take it. As your fingers touch the first gold piece, you feel a chill touch on your soul and your heart sinks. Draw 5 curse cards.
I worked long and hard to make that
Aura.
particularly
Attacks from the player's
painful.
weapon do less damage.
Ingenious, don't you think?
All food gained is turned into gold, and the player eats gold instead of food. Midas appetite. That's intriguing. I didn't know some of these curses existed.
I hope
Twice
that is the
fail.
curse
The player
that
loses
ends
5
your
gold for every
quest.
fail and 10 gold for every huge failure chance card. Arcane
I
frailty.
appreciate
Player
your
takes extra damage
ingenuity.
from ranged
I look
attacks.
forward to seeing how you approach this particular
Splintered
challenge.
jewels. On every successful combat without gauntlets, player loses a ring. Wow. You gather up the pile of gold and scrap into your backpack. And scoop it into your backpack. The dealer draws you 4 gold gain.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
The old monk shakes his head in amusement, muttering, "Why do these foolish adventurers never heed my warning? Draw 3 equipment cards. This card's token is now yours." Spirit Walk. During combat, press 2 to become ethereal, avoiding all damage until your next attack. Not great, but okay. Skull Cap of Prophecy. Sure. Feathered Ice. That's much better. So I will equip that. That is one of the best artifacts I can think of other than this one storm one. Metal ore.
Sparse and relatively empty.
Ooh, as you traverse a
Mostly we
particularly
skip
steep
over
trail
these
across the
moments in
mountain
our
ridge, you notice
memory.
a dark ravine
Yet
beneath.
something has caught you here.
Something glitters in the dim sunlight that reaches the base of that cavern. Climb down to take a look. In the gloom of the narrow canyon, you find the old remains of a wooden cart, apparently having fallen down years ago. You find nothing of worth except a chunk of glittering metallic ore. It might not sell for much in its current state, but perhaps you can find someone who can use it. You take it and make your way back up to the path. Alright. So I take 5 gold around. Interesting.
A ruined monastery. So sad.
On a dusty, lonely plain, you come across the shattered remains of an old monastery. Searching the building, you meet an old man dressed in dirty robes. Yep, okay. They destroyed most of our tools. The king's army never returned after that day. I know not what became of them in the years that followed. I have stayed here all these years, but only the ghosts remain to keep me company. All of the others who survived the attack left long ago. Give the monk your sample of ore. The monk's eyes widen in surprise. He exclaims, "By the old gods, where did you find that?" He looks the metal over carefully. "If you're willing to put in the hard work, stranger, together we could fire up the old forge one last time." You spend several days with the old monk. By day, you toil together at the forge, and by night you swap tales of your adventures for a share of his food. Eventually, you hold the completed weapon in your hands. Battle Hammer. Damage 40? String together consecutive attacks to do massive damage. Press 1 to unleash a powerful explosion, and it's a holy item.
Are you sure that's the right approach?
Yes. Thank you, warrior, for giving this old relic one last chance to prove its worth. Good luck on your journey. This card's token is now yours. Excellent. Oh, that's not a good one. Flee back the way you came. Forget you.
From now on, you'll be taking damage. Unless you
they're
can
all over
find
the
more
place.
food, of course.
Alright, why not attempt to get around this one? Ah, good chance. Oh, got it. With a combination of skill, daring, and luck, you weave between the probing tentacles. I was not expecting two of those things right next to each other. Maybe I'll sell some junk. Get some more gold to eat. Since food is apparently useless to me right now. Sell Spirit Walk. Much care for that. Keep the 3 rings on me in case I come across that one again. And sell this. Alright. That'll leave me with food for a bit anyway. This path is not a happy one. Okay, I could win this. Good for the artifacts help. Nice freeze. Barely survived. Seems like I never get anything else. I don't know what the...
As you plunder the secrets of your memories, you'll gain new cards. Some you'll wish you'd left untouched.
I don't know. Maybe it's always a loss now. Queen of Skulls.
Face death and
with
learn
15
your
health,
fate.
I am so dead. A powerful skeleton warrior with the ability to summon a demonic pile of skulls that can create a legion of skeletons. Oh dear. Few necromancers possess the skill or courage to attempt the creation of such a creature. Any misstep during the ceremony could result in a hideously painful death.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
Alright. I have a chance. It's a bad chance, but I have a chance. Okay. More skulls. And... interesting character. On the bright side, I do have a good weapon against them. Alright. Gotta be careful though. There, destroy your funny totem. Whatever that is. What? I don't know. Oh, missed me, lady. Your turn. Well, okay. I guess I was better equipped for this than I thought. I guess I do have a really powerful hammer that's good against undead, so that might help a lot. Excellent.
Then it is done. When even a creature as haunting as the Queen of Skulls perishes, we know the game is almost done. The kings are gathering now.
For satisfying the demon trader, you receive Golden Ring of Pain. That sounds unhelpful. Demon trader too. For raiding the White Council's tower, you receive Mage Strike. That sounds interesting. And the White Council 5. for defeating my skeleton queen, you receive Queen of Plague. That's gonna be a pain. Lizard Dome. Interesting. As a reward for defeating my skeleton queen, you receive Arrow Cutter and Mortal Whimsy. I have so many items I haven't.
One more round. You have earned it.
Like, and actually seen what they do. And then I've got.
Let us approach the Mother of
I've been
Plagues.
working my way through at least. Negative aura. Whenever the player loses a curse, they also lose one random item. I can live with that. Cursed Gambler. 6 of Plague.
Queen of the Vermin. Under the ground, the filthy rat kind court her favor. Murder each other with leprous teeth for the honor of siring her children.
Take that, take that. Put those in there. Yep. Keep those for the moment. Well, get rid of some more. Actually, no, I'll keep those for the moment. Oh, wait, you took these out? This is why I hate when I accidentally click the autofill. It doesn't set things up the way I like it. Okay. So yeah, take that out, take that out. After all, unless I just straight in the trash. Okay, put a bunch of ones I don't want in here. Never mind. Keep it. Take you out. Scan it. You want to keep all of these because they're ones that have tokens or are new. Alright, I need 3 more in. Loan back. Treasure chest. And maybe the metal ore one. Well, in that case, actually, I'd take that to keep the Holy Forge in. So that way I can potentially get a weapon out of the deal. As well, otherwise I just have the metal for, I think it can be used for some other trades potentially, but it seems to be specifically for the Holy Forge. So I think that's that. And what have you messed up for me here? Take that out. Take that out. Why does it think I want all these? Keep those two. Keep those two. Keep those. Alignment. New. Take that, take it out. Take it out. Take it out. The other new ones. Forbidden armor. Mortal Whimsy. Alright. Now I can decide what else I want to put in. Let's put in medium armor. This was good against Lizardman, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay, I'm not going against Lizardman here, so I'll leave that. Don't care about that. But I do have that one thing that sounds like it's going to require a bunch of rings. For every third combat, the player receives 20 health. Put that one in. Put that one in. Put that one in. Okay. Happy with that. Queen's
Banish
Fight.
your curses with caution while facing the Queen.
Alright.
you know you risk the true and final death at this table, as I risked my life in ages past.
The difficulty of picking a successful trance card is decreased. Yep. Let's see, what other ones do I have here? Negative aura. Okay, so those are the only blessings and cursings I have, so 2 curses. I'm good with that. I'm glad that those don't carry over from level to level. That would be a pain. Goblin King's Halls 3.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
Hoy lad! The enigmatic goblin, Mr. Lionel, climbs out of a barrel behind a tavern as you pass through a small village. I've made some refinements to the magic device, and I think we'll do better this time if we take another shot at those treasure vaults. You see, goblins sometimes hide their best treasure, magic items and such like, in enchanted treasure chests. The magic amulet will now reveal these to you, if there should chance be one, to be one in any treasure vault we happen to visit. What say you, lad? Shall we have another shot at the Goblin King's treasure? Good lad. Let's go right now. I think I've located one in a desert not far from here. Under the blazing sun of a nameless desert, you and the goblin find a door, partially buried beneath the shifting sands. You can keep whatever gold you recover, but remember to look around for treasure chests. They're sure to hold something worthwhile. Alright. Gotta survive through this maze of traps. And find a treasure chest. Those things are the hardest ones to find. Okay, this is a bad start. Get better at those traps. Those 4-pronged twisting ones are what kill me all the time.
Die here, and your corpse will
worked out
feed
the
the
pattern
rats.
on how to dodge through
It is
them.
your end. The pieces return to their places.
Well, that was a short round.
Things here
Try it
are
again.
tainted. Queen of Plague, terror of mankind. You will not be the one to bury her.
Well, I won't, will I? It may take a while, but I think I can get to it eventually. First gambler.
What brings you to play the game? Ha! I know you will not tell me. Like all the rest, you are silent.
Alright. Trading post.
Trade and negotiation.
You reach a trading post in a
Without
distant valley
these,
run by a strange
life
old
would be
woodsman.
boring
I've not much use for gold
and
myself, but I'll
short.
trade you for food supplies. I don't have enough food. Let's make this sporting. You give me the food and I'll give you something from the back where I keep the good stuff. Helmet, shield, armor. I don't have anything. You should look down on your luck, friend, he says as you turn to leave. Here, take this at no charge. Draw one good card. Ring of
Wisdom
Light.
runs a poor second to grace, I
Well, that's
find.
nice of him.
And you are lacking in both.
Maybe next time I'll have better
Trade
luck with
is
that.
so diabolical. But as long as there is gain, well,
Blood auction.
in your hands be
Bits
it.
and blood. Tonight's item is a magical ring that you are unfamiliar with. Yep, same as the last couple times. Alright, let's do this. I think I lost it. I did. You lose the bid. gambler.
I
didn't have
prefer
this
not to play at chance. I only contend with the most serious of games.
In an old tavern at the edge of a dark forest, you meet a gambler. Care to try your luck at the cards, he asks, with a wicked gleam in his eye. He grins diabolically as you sit down, making you uneasy. The stakes are this. If you win, I'll give you something from my collection of magical items. If I win, then I'll curse you instead. He deals the cards, so you play around. Play well, your opponent frowns, then reaches beneath the table for your prize. Fortitude spread.
A shield for the marathon, not the sprint.
Food, press right mouse button to shield, bash target. Alright, so basically a slightly enchanted shield. I'll take that. Or...
I do wonder how much time you spend simply chasing down blind alleys. Down once more, seeking the heart of it all. Soon the game will end. I will take your piece from the board. It will be done. Unlike other opponents, I will remember you fondly.
The player inflicts +1 damage per 20 gold in their possession, up to a maximum of +10. That's nice. Using a weapon ability causes the player to be fully healed and for the ring to be destroyed at the end of that combat. Interesting. Arrow Cutter. During combat, press 2 to summon a magical shield that stops arrows and other ranged attacks. That could actually be really useful against the vermin. Spiritual healing. Whenever the player is healed, receive +1 health per blessing. Yeah, that's not great. I guess I'll... What's the food for sale? I'll leave it at that. I should buy some more food. Leave.
Don't you find it interesting to consider that you're sitting at my table to play our game, recalling sitting at a table, playing another game? Circles and cycles
I wonder what happens if I
without
decline.
end.
Fortune favors the bold, the strange man remarks as you leave him. Later, you stand outside the tavern and realize that some of your food is missing. Okay, so you get the downside if you decline, and you maybe don't get a downside if you take him on. Fine, then. Apparently there's no escaping this fellow. He's everywhere.
A choice. Select your desire.
Oh, got it anyway. Ring of Survival. Hey, cool.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
I don't know what to do with that. I think there's a special card encounter I have to find somewhere, and I don't really know for sure.
Did you expect me to tell your fortune? No. A fortune teller is at their most base and despicable when they begin to believe their own lies.
Noble trader.
Of course, I
Nobleman
am
approaches on
different.
charities. You walk the streets. of
My
Cycle.
powers
You
are
notice comes to a
genuine.
stop. Halt, commoner. Though battered and worn, your shield reminds me of one that I myself bore as an adventurous young lad. I offer you gold for it. Sell your shield to the nobleman. The nobleman grasps your shield. I remember the days when I would kill a dozen lizard men before breakfast, he says, smiling fondly. You spend another hour listening to his two tales of his youth. This card's token is now yours. Enjoy your newfound wealth. The nobleman rides away. The dealer draws you 4 gold game cards. Alright, I made bank. Gold. 10 gold for blessing. Don't have any blessings right now, I don't think. Alright, I guess I'll go see about buying some food now.
Finally, an opportunity to eat.
Exactly. Ooh, I lost tonight. Curious how this will work. I have no weapon. So does that mean I only have fists? I've never had that happen, so I'm kind of curious what will come of it.
No food. Hard times lie ahead.
I really am curious how this is going to affect my play. Could be entertaining. I wonder if they'll just give me a rusty old axe that is hardly a weapon, or whether I will literally have to use my feet.
Few have seen the homelands of the lizard.
The lizard dome.
And fewer still survive the experience.
One night you are captured by lizardmen and brought before their king. You are stripped of your equipment and must choose an opponent to fight in their underground arena. Queen of Dust or Four of Skulls. Neither one's particularly happy about that. Queen of Dust. I've defeated her before. I know how she works.
A pleasure to see the Queen return.
Alright, yeah, I just have this is great for realize they don't have machine guns. Took that. The Lizard King returns and grants you a reward before returning your equipment. The dealer draws you 4 game cards.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Ooh, max health increase. Very nice. More food. Lots of food. Okay. On your way back to the surface, you see pens of other human captives waiting to fight in the arena. Back on the surface, you are released, but hesitate as a pitiful sound of screams for help rises from the tunnels. Why not? Go back and try to free some of the prisoners. Sneak back into the tunnels, but find yourself captured again and sent back into the arena. Okay, I'm probably gonna die. Not good equipment for this many critters. Especially of this type. Let's have a shield this time. This time, after you are escorted to the surface and released, the lizardmen seal the entrance from the inside with a massive rock, cutting off the cries of the wretches trapped within. Well, failed to rescue them, so that sucks. At least they survived, I guess, but...
Bargain with the devil, and the devil returns for more. No surprises there.
And nope, didn't get a good thing there, because I don't have any blessings. 10 health per curse. Ow. He's on it.
An expedition. Press on. At their heart, all games are about power, are they not? The acquiring of power, the retaining of power, and most importantly, the use of power.
Yeah, it's so much easier now that when I get rid of that curse, then things move so much slower. It's so much easier to pick out which card is right. Still can be hard, but a lot easier than you would otherwise be. First token is now yours. God blessing. High constitution.
Useful.
Whenever the player eats food, they gain twice the usual healing. That's good. I can really use that right now too. Yep, now I heal 8 instead of 4 each food. Good. I'm glad I took a moment to heal up a little bit. Probably will die anyway with this many rats, but... okay. I have a chance at least. I think that's what killed me last time. I fought it. Yeah, same area where I started. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Oh, look at 3 hit points. Oh, not quite as impressive as the one time I lived with 1 hit point left. But, ugh. That's either way not a good thing necessarily. Alright, I get my food supplies, but...
will you make the same choices as you did before? Another curse on the table. Let us see how you deal with it.
That accidentally clicked on the right one, because otherwise I would have been in trouble. That accidental click. Dead Bane. Damage 30 does fire damage on hits against undead. Press 1 to ignite all undead enemies. Now that would have been useful against the last boss. I'll still take it because it's a better weapon. The White Council 5. The mages of the White Council have been mobilized. The Hagen, if he is still alive, will seek to take his revenge against you.
There's a token in it for you if you win.
This should be interesting. It sounds like this is going to be a boss fight. I hope I can up to it. One day, as you haggle with the grocer for some cheap food, you find yourself suddenly flying into the air. A vortex of wind surrounds you, propelling you up and away towards an unknown destination. In time, you are dumped onto a stony platform before the wizard, the Hagen. He glares at you for a moment with his single eye, the other a hideously scarred wreck. You have caused great harm to this land warrior. The Council seeks only to ensure peace in this realm, and you have sown chaos. Even now, the demon Abaddon still rages in the depths of the tower, the sacred temple of knowledge itself. It will take us years to recover. He gestures with a hand, now missing several fingers, and a portal opens, revealing a trio of mages. Kill him, Zagan says, limping through the portal. Well, I'm not the idiot who summoned the stupid thing in the first place now, am I? And then started using it to abuse powers and whatnot. Only 2 mages. Okay, you guys are dead. I fought with you just before I know how you die. Interesting way to hold your... Okay. Defenses. I'll give you that. But they can only do so much. No more spell casting from you. Bye. Die now. Alright. Dead end. Ow. Okay, that ground attack of theirs does a lot of damage. The Hagen suddenly reappears, furious and seething with magical energy. Warrior, your skill with weaponry has made you a great thorn in my side. He pauses to kick the body of a fallen mage. Idiots. If not for me, these simpletons would still be hiding in their tower, nothing more than a bunch of spineless librarians. Let's see you fight your way out of this. A shield of magical green energy appears instantly around him, and he launches into a long and complicated pattern of sounds and gestures. A raging ball of flame forms in the sky above you and starts to grow as the wizard continues his chant. The devils take you, Zahagan cries, disappearing into another portal as a massive fireball plummets down towards you. At the last second, with no other avenue of escape, you throw yourself off the edge of the stone platform. Ah, accidentally skipped something. I hate when it happens. Double-clicked. Not sure quite how that happened, but anyway, you have been useful, mortal, a dozen mouths say, and you will be useful to me again. One day, go now. The thing watches you with its many unblinking eyes as you back out of the room. Okay? I missed this line, but I think it said something about me being freed.
It has been called the game of eternity that we play. I didn't think that meant you'd take forever to make a decision, mind.
Game card. Yeah, okay. I think I just got saved by a demon.
I don't think the mages will forgive your transgressions there.
Accidentally clicked that button.
This is what I was looking for.
Still.
You show some aptitude for the game. Perhaps this will not be as boring as I thought. I can hear her summoning her children. This fight will be bloody.
I'm probably gonna die before I get her. Just saying. I don't have a major supplies to trade here. I have some rings actually I could sell.
A chance to buy more food. You must be relieved.
Except for there's... I don't know, see how it goes. Keeping Undead Bane. Sell that. Lose my blessing, but make up for it in the amount of gold I just got. Buy food. Alright, now I've got plenty of food. Did I just lose Undead Bane? No, I didn't. Okay, so I got it. Heal. Alright, that's the best I can do. Let's hope this plays out well. Ah, of course. Search. Might as well. Oh, more food.
I'm sure you are grateful for that.
Chop. Yep. Okay, same as last time. Underworld Totem is there. What do do I have in my inventory? Do I have enough rings? I do have 3 rings. So I think I'm okay. Let's go here to be safe. So I don't risk losing anything before I get to it.
Win this and claim my token.
Place 3 rings. You place 3 rings into the totem and it hums with magical energy. The totem splinters apart to reveal a pathway down into the underworld. This card's token is now yours. Excellent. We can move on with that story. Traveling Mage. Pacify. Probably this will be my... No, it's not. Tricky. Ah, well, that's a shame. I was hoping it would be my goal of the rat thingy. Yeah, I forgot that ability Oh well. I'm still happy I unlocked a number of things. Wish I hadn't missed that one piece of text because that was interesting.
No one will mourn you here. Dead once more. Can you do any better?
I'm doing better at the monsters, aren't I? For trading with the nobleman, you receive gold and the lovers. For donating food to the orphans, you receive gain 25 health, charity 4, and holy ring. For defeating the White Council, you receive gold, the apprentice, mage's mask, that looks cool, mage's gloves. Those for filling the underworld totem with rings, you receive descend into
The challenges become even more difficult from here.
Alright. Let me take a look at my stats.
She waits for you,
Items
patient,
need to get rebalanced.
ultimately destructive.
Definitely want to put that in, that in, that in. Keep the plunderer's ring. Ring of enlightenment. What was useful? Ring of justice is actually quite better though. Yeah. Blessing. That can get removed. And gold ring of pain. Player inflicts +1 damage. Okay, that one here. I'll remove it. Alright, I think that should do it. Is everything into the pile that's the new stuff? Now, counter-wise, new. How about one more round and then I'm gonna call it a day.
Do you understand what it is we do now? Or did I rush you through the rules, pushing you into the play before you were prepared? You do have a charitable heart. Or at least you have had thus far.
Might do 2 rounds if... one more round after this, if this ends up being a really short round. Will of the Gods.
I made that a little too powerful. I will have to rebalance that next time.
Yeah, okay. Not the great blessing, but is it? Let's see if you have food for sale.
A challenge for you, and a token if you succeed.
Alright. Let's see if I can survive this mess this time around. Past shoes. Alright. Probably leaves me where I need to be. Never mind. I'm not sure where the chest is. I'll try to get to it. There we go. Should just move forward faster.
Death in the deep and dark places.
Cautious.
My piece takes yours, and the battle is ended.
That one was a short
Try again. Things here are tainted. Queen of Plague, terror of mankind. You will not be the one to bury her.
Well, better in many ways. I think I figured out or had the feel down for the 4-prong moments that time, but
think about the way we
really
play
bad
this
trap
game.
Combinations.
You continue to die, yet we reset the board each time.
The Apprentice.
One has to wonder how it is possible to truly lose.
One day you happen upon a young wizard practicing his magic in the forest. He greets you in a friendly manner and beckons you closer. Since we have been forced to leave our sacred tower, we must make our own way in this world. For a small fee, I could transport you into a destination in a faraway land. Okay, I'm kind of curious about this. Hand over the gold and the wizard prepares himself for casting. This card's token is now yours. Young wizard waves his wand, saying, "Don't worry, I'm almost always successful in transporting myself to other places. Luggage is a little trickier. After arriving at your destination, you continue your journey." Huh.
All the world is a game board.
Move me down
and
to the
us
next
men
level of the
and
map, I guess.
women merely players. I alone do not play. I maintain the rules. You have choices, and I have predestination. Your choices, though, are merely a rediscovery of that which you already know.
Remains.
As pleases you. Little pleases me more than watching your attempt to wriggle away from bad luck.
Food game. That wasn't a good one, unfortunately.
A horse is a fine companion. I'm sure you'll leave this one in time. You do not seem to have the temperament for friends, even in the animal kingdom.
Meet the Highbinder.
We play for a token now.
Your meet is arranged to happen by the cliffs outside Norwich. However, when you arrive, you are greeted only by the icy cold embrace of the sea breeze. Just as you're wondering if you've been swindled, a young street urchin comes rushing towards you. He hands you a note before disappearing down the cliff face with a speed and grace you would not dare match. The note is from the Highbinder. Paranoia is always well-founded. There is a kraken attacking the ships they are leaving Norwich, and the local smugglers are keen that nobody hears their services are at risk. I'm sorry that we couldn't meet in person, but I do detest violence, especially when it may happen to me. By the time you stuff the note into your pocket, you can already hear the approaching rabble. We don't like nobody sticking their noses in where it don't belong. That includes you and that sneaky git that were here before. The dealer draws you.
That is what it means to be king. To return even after defeat.
Oh, this could be a fight. Shield goes so that it's going to be so much harder if you don't have a shield. Losing my shield. That's what did me in.
So unfortunate. Another of my servants fulfills his duties. You have earned your prize
At least I
today.
got one of my things here. For purchasing a portal to another land, you receive Surprise Portal. Yeah, that sounds like fun. Random walking along. I'm kind of reminded of Marvel movies with Loki and Doctor Strange.
The challenges become even more difficult from
Thor
here.
Ragnarok, I believe. There was some fun there. Anyway, as I said, I think that will do it for me for this game right now, and it was a lot of fun. Probably could do some more some other time. In the meantime, if you're over on Twitch, hit follow. If you're over on YouTube, hit subscribe. Both are free, both keep you up to date, at least if they work right. On when I'm on next and everything like that. And thanks to all those who came by, PokePilot Gaming and Zombie particularly, who came by and chatted with me over in chat. Nice talking with you guys again. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. Bye. Let's see, go here.